Wednesday, May 8th, 2019. This is our regularly scheduled Board of Works meeting. We have Dana Bennett, who is absent, President. Angie Hayes, Vice President. She's President, and myself, Clusa LeBroy. First on the agenda is claims.
Yes, good morning. I have a ratification of claims paid May 3rd. First is the general fund for $16,373.46, and then Fund 205 Tourism Project for $797.96. Total claims to be ratified is $17,171.42. And then I have claims to be approved for Friday, May 10th. First is the general fund for $120,802.12. Then I have special revenue of $83,774.33. This special revenue is made up of Fund 213 ESG shelters of $656.90. Fund 223 Comp Court for $40. Fund 227 law enforcement training for $768.95. Fund 229 unsafe building for $8,410.55. Fund 231 local road and streets for $4,344.91. Fund 235 solid waste $1,375.47. Fund 240 health and human services $302.48. Fund 250 Park Department of $2,083.33. Fund 254 Vehicle Auction, $1,099.52. Fund 261 Community Development of $5,146.42. Fund 826 Lakefront TIP of $59,295.80. And lastly, for special revenue is Fund 849, the Northwest Indiana Tobacco Grant of $250. Then I have additionally Fund 212 Home Program for $1,691. Fund 224 Ambulance Non-Reverting of $9.53. Fund 279 the Genesis Center Operating of $806.23. Fund 474 Redevelopment Non-Reverting of $6,692.50. Fund 816 the Lead Grant, $1,950. And lastly, Fund 848 Healthy Start for $653.31. Total claims to be paid on Friday of $216,379.02. I make a motion to ratify and approve the claims as presented.
All in favor?
You don't have to
I'm sorry. Are there any questions?
Did you second?
A second. I'm sorry. Are there any questions? No.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
I moved in properly seconded. Next, we have approval of Board Works minutes, April 2019.
Yes, there's minutes from April 3rd, April 10th, April 17th, and April the 24th, yes. I reviewed those and will make a motion to approve them, the April minutes as presented.
A second. Are there any questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
I moved in properly seconded. Next, we have correspondence and agreements. Correspondence from the Police Department, retirement of Corporal Agnes Roberts.
Yes. This is from Police Chief Richard Allen. We respectfully submit the retirement notice of Corporal Agnes L. Roberts. Corporal Roberts began her employment as a police officer for the City of Gary August 29, 1995, totaling 23 years of service. She is retiring from her position effective April 30th, 2019. Her retirement letter is also attached. So I make a motion to accept the retirement of Corporal Agnes Roberts.
A second. Are there any questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moved and properly seconded. Next, we have approval of mutual aid box alarm agreement between the Gary Fire Department and surrounding governmental units.
Yes. The Law Department has reviewed the attached mutual aid box alarm agreement. The agreement is entered into pursuant to the Interlocal Cooperative Statute, Indiana Code 36-1-7-1. Under the agreement, the Gary Fire Department would assist other units in cases of emergencies, natural disasters, and man-made disasters. Under the agreement, the city would provide personnel and equipment to perform functions outside the city's territory that will assist with emergencies in surrounding units. Chief Bradley stated that the Gary Fire Department has entered into these agreements in the past. The mutual aid box alarm system is actually a pre-arranged plan that is followed by all signatories to the agreement. The agreement is reciprocal, and the city would also benefit from the agreement in the case of emergency. The agreement is in proper legal form and is sufficient to accurately protect the interests of the city of Gary. The Law Department did not negotiate the contract and makes no comment comments on its terms. Is anyone from the fire department here?
No.
Okay, I had some questions on, it doesn't mention in this agreement, who the reciprocal, let's see, how was it stated here? Who the other signatories of the agreement would be? What other cities would be involved with that? And the agreement doesn't mention that. So I'm gonna make a motion to defer this till next week, just so we can get some clarification since nobody from the fire department is here.
A second. I also want them to include a letter or memo from the police chief or one of the chiefs to kind of outline this as well.
Yes,
It's only a letter from the law department.
Yes, I agree.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moved and properly seconded. We're gonna defer this till next week. Next, we have correspondence from the Gary Public Transportation Corporation, ratification of property management with Gary Public Transportation Corporation for management of the Gary Transportation Center.
Okay, the law department has reviewed the Metro Center Property Management Agreement between GPTC and the city. Again, there's questions regarding this agreement that I would like to defer this till next week until those can be better researched and answered.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, moved and properly seconded. That is going to be deferred until next week as well. Next, we have correspondence from the Police Commission contract with Praetorian Consulting.
Yes. Yes, this was actually presented to us, I believe, before, that we need to ratify this agreement. My question and concern still remains that this was a 2018 contract, and nothing's been updated in here identifying that there's 2019 funds available to pay this agreement, as the 2018 funds are no longer available for this contract. So I'm going to ask that this be deferred until those financial questions are resolved.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, moved and properly seconded. That will be deferred as well. Now we have correspondence from the Public Works Department, professional services contract with Days Construction and Asphalt.
The law department has drafted and reviewed the attached contract with Bob Day Construction and Asphalt Repair for repair and maintenance of public roadways through crack sealing treatments. The term of the contract runs from April 29th until November 31st, 2019. The cost of providing the services shall not exceed $30,000. Contractor shall not provide the city with more than 30 tons of hot asphalt patch per week without approval of the city. Scope of the services is the same. The term of the contract ends November 19th. The compensation is not to exceed $30,000. Funding has been identified and provided. I just wanted to see if the vendor's signature was on the, if this vendor's signature was attached.
I have it.
You
on
have
both
it.
of them.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the Days Construction and Asphalt contract.
A second. Are there any questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moved and properly seconded. Next, we have requests for permit to install CATV cable from Comcast.
Yes. Comcast has requested a permit to install conduit and cable at the subject location, which is 1451 Texas Street. This work is for service to Stereo Cycle at 1451 Texas Street. Traffic control plans have been submitted and are found to be acceptable. No closures are anticipated. The contractor will be Pertano? Does that sound right? Pertano, thank you. The work is to take place 7 days after permit approval, and full resolution will be within 30 working days. If the board approves, we recommend granting Comcast a permit contingent upon the fee shall be $200 per the city schedule of fees ordinance. All requirements in the right-of-way permit requirement shall be followed. The petitioner shall notify affected property and business owners, schools, police, fire, GPTC, and Board of Public Works. Petitioner shall notify Public Works and the Building Department upon completion of schedule of final. I'm going to make a motion to approve this, but I do have some questions. And I'll make it contingent on the 4 items noted in the letter.
What are your questions?
My question is actually, who is the permit going to be issued to? It says Comcast, but it actually has Pertano as well.
Yeah, lately we've been issuing the permit to the petitioner and the contractor, just to make sure everybody is held accountable.
Okay. Because the letter asked for the petitioner being Comcast, so that's why I wasn't sure who the actual permit would be issued to. So it would be a joint permit, is what you're saying?
Right. The contractor is usually the one that will come in and pay and fill out the form, but I would have the permit issued to both of them,
Okay.
so everybody is held accountable for
Okay.
the restoration.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to amend my motion that the permit be issued to both Comcast and Pertano Construction, and then with the 4 items listed in the letter.
Okay, I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Are there any questions? Moved and properly second.
You voted it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
I got my questions answered. And then I also have a request for permit to replace water services for Indiana American Water and Hassey Construction in the Glen Park area. Hassey Construction has requested a permit to replace water services on behalf of Indiana American Water. Lead service lines will replace the entire length to the home. The traffic control method is acceptable. Intermittent local road closures are anticipated. The work is to take place between May 6th and November 29th, 19. If the board approves, we're recommending granting granting Indiana American Water and Hassey Construction a permit contingent upon the fee shall be $200 for the city's schedule of fees ordinance. All requirements in the attached right-of-way permit requirement shall be followed. Petitioner shall notify affected property and business owners, police, fire, and Board of Public Works. Petitioner shall notify Public Works and the Building Department upon completion to schedule a final inspection. In reviewing all the documents, I'm going to make a motion to issue the permit for Indiana American Water and Hassey Construction contingent upon the 4 items noted in the letter.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moved properly seconded. Were there any questions? I'm sorry. Were there any
No.
questions?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Unfinished business.
I do have some unfinished business. I think you mentioned Dave's Asphalt, you read about crack sealing, but he also had a second contract. Hot patching. But he also had a second contract for crack sealing as well, our city streets. And I'm not sure if that you saw that.
I did not.
Okay, so this is the crack sealing contract that I want to move to add to the agenda.
I'll move it contingent upon the time to be able to take a few minutes to review it.
Okay. We can take a quick recess.
You want to ask him to, we're going to take a 5-minute recess? or-
Yeah, we're going to take a 5-minute recess right now. Quick break, but we are back to our regularly scheduled Board of Works meeting. And I moved to add some unfinished business to the agenda, but we are in fact going to defer that until next Wednesday. Is there any new business?
No, I have none.
Okay. Do we have any comments from the audience? Ms. Nowacki?
Good morning,
Morning.
Thank you.
board members. My name is Jim Nowacki. I live in the 2nd District. I'd first like to offer my thanks and gratitude for Corporal Roberts' service and wish her a long and happy retirement. Very grateful for her 23 years of service to our city. I'd also like to mention to the board that generally the activities of the Board of Public Works are extremely routine. In most instances, the routine is generally boring. More recently, we've had an issue with the board doing the routine business of disposing of some of the city's public property, namely vehicles that were titled to the city. As has been reported in local media, both print media and broadcast media, routine would hardly be how we would characterize the activities of the City of Gary Board of Public Works in exercising their responsibilities to follow state statute in auctioning off these vehicles. That not only required the attention of local media, it also required the attention of members of the public, even to the point of threatening to have a temporary restraining order put on the city's activity. It has now been noted that much of the requirements under state statute are being followed, rather tardy, but in fact, but I've still yet to see the public notices for that sale, and I'm going to make a public request for information to have the exact nature of the notices that have been published per state statute on those on those sales. So I'll make that after the meeting today, but only wish that in the future the board would take particular note and caution and attention to following state statute in all matters that require the board's attention and particularly in the disposal of public property. Thank you.
In regards to what you just said, that was published in the Gary Crusader and the Times, but you can get that. You can get that from my office. It was posted in both of those papers, and we actually rescheduled, not due to state statute, but because we actually had inclement weather that day. We also had issues with we had a bunch of cleanups as well scheduled for that day. So that is why we actually changed those dates and moved to do it at a later date, and not because we had we did not uphold to a statute. So I just want to make sure that we're clear about that, and we did not violate any state statutes at any time. But that information is available to you.
Okay.
I move that we close. Are there any other questions or comments? No? I move that we close the meeting.
I'll second.
So thank you. Have a great day.